Hello, everyone, and thank you so very much for tuning in. My name is Kelly, and of course, you've tuned into the second broadcast of Three Quarts Tarot. As always, I'd like to begin by stating these are general readings, so take what resonates only. And if it does not resonate, I will be making subsequent videos. And you may want to check out even the very first video that I completed just this past week on Tuesday. Um, in addition to that, you may have already noticed the caption where it says, "What is spirit speaking to you?" There's so many different avenues that we can use to tune into spirits, not just with oracle cards or with tarot. Some people use divination through pendulums. Some people use candles, very similar to the one that's here. I don't know if you could see it in the camera or not. It's like a very small candle, but I always like to keep one lit. And sometimes people use crystals to kind of tune into spirit. More likely, this one's an amethyst crystal. Hopefully, you can see that in the camera right there. It's a small amethyst. And I like to keep these crystals handy if, like, maybe in my purse, a small crystal if I'm traveling. A lot of great books on crystals can give you the breakdown as to what they mean, in addition to how to utilize them to get the most either protection from spirit, from negative energy, but the protection that spirit offers you no matter where you go. So that being said, let me just continue to shuffle and we'll see what spirit has to say to us this evening. Thank you so much, Spirit. I've also prayed over the cards, and as I shuffle, Spirit, what do you have to say to the collective this evening? Spirit, what do you have to say to the collective this evening? Spirit, how do you want the collective to look for signs from you, Spirit? Well, the first card out is actually the Queen of Wands. And if you have familiarity with the tarot, the Queen of Wands is someone who is very much very grounded and very confident. And you could also notice the fact that there's a lot of yellow in here. And if you notice from my last video, yellow, or that golden yellow color, does deal with the solar plexus. So even from the gaze that the Queen of Wands has on this particular card, she's very confident. It also deals with their sense of knowing from spirit the direction to go in her life and how to kind of navigate the waters of just everyday living, making decisions, and just standing her ground. So the message I'm getting from spirit right now is a lot of us are making pivotal decisions, particularly with the fall season and the changing of the new moon that just happened a few days ago. If you want to look it up online, you could see when the next moon phase would be and when the past one was. But a lot of times you could kind of set your intentions as to what you would like your life to be and to look like for the next, from now until that next moon phase. And noticing that the Queen of Wands has her staff, that's also a symbol of guidance from the divine. So what I'm getting from spirit right now is where you're at right now in your life, always know that the answers are within you that spirit is trying to guide you with. So whether you utilize any of the other divination tools that I mentioned earlier, and there's another one, some people use candle wicks and things like that, depending on the type of divination they're utilizing with it. That's one way to know how to kind of direct your life with spirit. So that might be another thing that may interest you to look up online as well. But spirit is just speaking to me that when you go within and just be still and always note that the answers come to you, and that's so much like I always tell people it's not like the answers are like hammering you over the head necessarily, but it's almost like a very still, small voice, you could actually say. And a lot of times it might be through a vision or through dreams or through like the state between dreaming and waking. I think they call it the hypnagogic state. You can even look that up online as well, where you're not quite asleep, you're not quite awake, but oftentimes the angels and spirit guides speak to us because it's in our most relaxed state that we're in. And I know personally, I've gotten many dreams and visions, angel numbers, not only during my meditation sessions, but also during the times in that particular state and during REM sleep as well. So, and I also keep a dream journal. That's another thing you could do to kind of know and note the things that spirit is saying to you. So, any of those tools that you could use, um, it'll definitely boost your connection with spirit and also boost your sense of knowing that you have that guidance that you need as well. So it's just something that I can't advise you about enough. But the more you try it, it's like any other thing or like a muscle, the more proficient you become and the closer and the more frequent the revelations and the guidance becomes to you as well. So that's something important to keep in mind also. So next what I'm going to do is utilize the Colette Baron Reed deck, and that's it right there. So thank you for bearing with me while I shuffle and see what message spirit has for us from this particular deck. I'm just noticing the beautiful leaves outside. They're already changing here in New York. So it just has a beautiful yellow and light yellow green hue. So instead of my usual roses that I have in my background, I decided to go with the solar plexus colors, the yellow from the fresh fruit. And there's like some flowers here and also the yellow buds that are on these two particular plant holders. So, Spirit, what would you like to mention as far as the takeaway message this evening? Now, these particular cards are very sturdy, so they're not as flexible to shuffle as the other cards. Sometimes people say if there's a card deck that is less prominent as far as being stiff to shuffle, maybe there's a message that Spiritizer wants to not keep hidden, but to kind of take more time to kind of listen and to kind of put more effort into shuffling, just to give Spirit that sense of time so he could be more targeted in what he'd like to say to us as a collective. So let's see what happens as a result of the shuffle. So, well, this one is actually quite in line with the Queen of Wands. It says, go the distance. I can definitely attest to this particular message with a lot of the things that I'm going through with mostly just trying to persevere with not only spiritual concerns, but with the day-to-day goings on and trying to keep up with the mundane, like finances and with family matters, and even just trying to make my spiritual path more solid. The message that I'm getting from Spirit at this point is never veer from the path that he wants you to go on. And going the distance here, you can even see the extension of the gait of, I believe it's either a cheetah or a tiger. It's hard to make out in this picture here. Hopefully the glare is not getting to the camera too extensively. But if you notice, it's almost like the cheetah or the cat is not like hunched in, like as if he was in the fetal position, but he's quite the opposite. He's actually fully extended as far as his gait. His legs are extended, reaching back, as well as his paws and his arms are extended. So to me, Spirit is just saying this is a perfect representation of how we need to be in the moment of our lives, no matter where we find ourselves, because we don't need to look so far in the past that we stay stuck, nor do we need to reach so far in the future that we get ahead of ourselves or ahead of what the universe has in store for us, because either one could put us off balance. But just noticing the grace of the cat in this particular oracle card, he's like in perfect balance. And that's the message that I'm getting from Spirit, is just to keep that sense of balance, very much like the Queen of Wands. So the two kind of mirror each other within this message, is not only to go the distance, but to have the staying power that you need to not to let anything deter you from your path. So it's just a beautiful card and illustration that it gives here. And I just wanted to also point out what is actually in the foreground. In this particular right hand corner, there's like a flag, a red and white flag. So noticing the cat is actually inches away from the finish line, Spirit's just saying not only go the distance, you're closer to your goals and closer to reaching your blessings than you even realize. So one more reason just to always stay open, stay true to yourself, and to never give up, because the thing that you're looking for, the prayers that you want answered, heaven always hears us as long as we have the faith, the courage, and the perseverance to see it through to the end. So many encouraging messages in these cards this evening. It's just a joy to be able to read them at this point. So actually, I just wanted to let you know, let me know in the comments section what you would like me to focus on in future broadcasts, because a lot of the things that people mention to me in my comings and goings, some people prefer the oracle readings, other people prefer more like tutorial style, but I'd like to focus on the tarot because people really are looking for guidance, and I want to be certain that the guidance that is given on this channel, not only if it's that it's from Spirit, but it's something that really ministers to people's hearts. So I'm here only as a vessel to be utilized by the universe in that sense. So, and it's always just a pleasure to interact with you all as well. And I just want to say thank you so much for any of the subscribes. So if this really resonates with you, be certain to add to the subscription queue and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And this just helps to get the message out further to the YouTube audience. So it's all much appreciated. And I just really enjoy what I do, and I enjoy bringing it to you all. And I really hope to do this for as long as you'll have me. So it's an honor and a pleasure to just to be here and just to be a part of the YouTube family. So I hope you can be a part of my family as well. So, I mean, we as a collective have so much to be grateful for from Spirit, and it just helps just to have that sense of solidarity and to know that we're not alone and that we have more in common as a collective than we realize. So I just wanted to wrap things up. And as I said before, thank you so much for tuning in. And I will be posting a new video. More than likely, it'll be the 3-card spread that I like to do live. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to stop by the channel. And I look forward to seeing you there. So take care of yourself and always know that Spirit has your back no matter what. Blessings to you. Take care. Enjoy the fall weather out there too. It's just gorgeous. Take care.